delighted to say Sheffield Wednesday boss Darren Moore still basking, no doubt, in the glory of their promotion via the playoffs back to the Championship. He joins us on the boot room. Darren, very good evening to you.
No, good evening, gents.
Have you come down from Cloud 9 yet after last weekend and that dramatic conclusion to your game?
To be fair, it's still quite sinking in, really. I mean, from obviously from last week, I mean, to go to Wembley like that and to win it with more or less the last kick of the game. You know, it's stuff that dreams are made of, really. But credit to the players and credit to all at the football club for finishing off the season really, really strong.
We've heard from a lot of your players this week on talkSPORT, including Josh Windast, your winning goal scorer in the aftermath at Wembley as well. And they were all saying that obviously they were on the floor after losing the first leg of the semi-final, 4-0 away from home against Peterborough. They didn't necessarily believe that you could come back and win promotion, but you instilled that belief. Be honest with us now on this Sunday evening. How much of that was camaraderie and a bit of an act? Did you really believe that you could do what nobody has done before in the playoffs and come back from 4-0 down and still win promotion?
Yeah, I believed we could come back because I believed over the course of the season, certainly at Hillsborough, we'd average about, say, 3 goals a game when you broke down our goals at home. So I thought, you know, we still got some work to do, but if we could get in a couple of early goals and get our passionate fan base into the game, then anything was possible. And we knew that we had one more throw of the dice. And all I just said to the players is, we're going to go all out for this game, you know, and leave everything on the pitch. And I said, as long as you come back in, having left everything on the pitch, you won't have anybody complain. And even the fans are saying, you know, after they scored a couple of goals or even went to 3 goals, even if it would have finished that way, the pride was restored back at Sheffield Wednesday. But we had other ideas because I just felt when the third goal went in, it became a real reality to me because I said we only need one moment in the game, which I felt was going to come our way. I didn't envisage it coming literally the last kick of the game as well with Liam Palmer scoring. So that obviously took it into extra time, and then obviously the pendulum sort of swung in our way, even though we faced a bit of adversity with Peterborough scoring in the first half of extra time. We had a firm belief we could score, and we did, and it went to penalties, and then say the rest is history.
Yo, Darren, what's going on, big bro? See, I'll call you big bro out here. Thanks for giving us the time. Listen, I know you're, and this is the testament of the man you are. And you've even come on today and you said the club and you said credit to the players, but we're here to kind of give you flowers, your flowers here. You know, and I want you to be honest in this sense. So to get 96 points in the season and to fall slightly short to not get automatic, was you worried in the sense where, not that you peaked too soon, but you're like, oh, wow, we took it all the way to the wire, and then to fall in the playoffs, was there any doubt? And I guess because we can see by the comeback, but for you, was you like, well, you know what, we did everything in the season as I told them to, and then maybe this just ain't our season?
Yeah, no, Bale, and listen, I mean, for me, it was, I said to the players, how many teams in the division's going to get 2 chances to get promotion?
Yeah.
You've got a chance of doing it automatic, and now there's a chance through the playoffs. So we've got a second opportunity to do it for the playoffs. You've got to wipe away what's happened. 96 points is a record in any season, and any over the decade would have got your automatic promotion. But the fact of the matter is, 2 other teams and clubs, rightly so and consistently so, we give them all the credit, have shown a relentless consistency as like ourselves, but it didn't quite work out. So now we have to channel all that and put it into the playoffs, and we have to wipe the slate clean and go into the playoffs with that mindset and mentality. Obviously, we didn't start the first leg as well as what we wanted to, but we still believe we had a team capable of being strong in the division that we could make a comeback. So for me, it was always having that relentless pursuit of trying to win games. We got the 96 points, but it was essential and imperative, and my job, Bale, to make sure that we're maxing out, and we managed to turn that around and keep that consistency and that belief throughout the playoffs. And you know, they say it's the hardest way, but it's the best way of doing it, and everybody's rightly so via the playoffs at Wembley. But I did exactly the same thing, Bale, when I was at Derby County as well as a player. We dropped from second into third, and we went up to the playoffs, beating Southampton and West Brom in the final. And I've sort of repeated that almost as a manager as well, really, which is wonderful.
Let's talk about next season, Darren, if we can, because you look at the Championship and it is a real Premier League graveyard. Leeds have come down from the top flight. Leicester, Southampton, you would expect all of those sides financially to be in quite a powerful situation. You've got your old club, West Bromwich Albion. You've got Watford, who want to go again with their new manager. You've got Norwich City as well. What is the expectation in terms of what you can achieve next season?
I think for the expectation for us, I'm so pleased for us all here at Sheffield Wednesday that we're in a league that, you can hear everybody eulogising already the excitement of the Championship and what it brings. And there's been so much interest in the Championship, but not just here in England, but nationally as well, as a fantastic league. And we're in there, and rightly so, that we're in there competing every single week with some huge club in the pyramid of football. So for what we want to do is build on, what we building on the last 2 years at the football club is solidity and consistency and continuity, and going into the Championship and putting together a team that we can compete and do well in the Championship. The club at Sheffield Wednesday has been used to plying their trade in the Championship, and we're back in there. We know it's not going to be easy. We know that we're among some really elite teams and some good teams. You've named three that's come down from the Premier League there. But again, as I said, that Championship's not an easy league. And on any given day, we know anybody can beat anybody on their day. And that's what the Championship brings. What we've got to do is make sure that we're an improvement on where we was at this season. And the club's got to be consistent and continue to move forward. And that's why looking forward to the recruitment process of the players that we need to get in. It's essential that we bring the right ones in to keep the continuity of the club moving forward.
So, listen, again, for me, I want to touch on, so of course, I know Bannon, very, very close with Stockdale. So, of course, we have conversations, and I do really look at it, and it's not just because you're on the phone, but in my time, there's a few managers that I was lucky, and I had a real good connection with Gareth Ainsworth. I would have liked to play for Klopp, and I would have liked to play under you, Darren, and that's real bars in the sense where, and I say this because I watch your demeanour. Listen, I know you're big bro to me, but even I watched your demeanour over the two games, and how aware are you in that the energy you give off is as a relaxed and controlled, in the sense where it don't matter what gets thrown at you, you're in a controlled demeanour so the boys know that, you know what, the captain, the leader, the manager of our ship, he's in control. So no matter what happens, I can just emulate that energy that he's giving off, and then, as you've shown, the success that you've had.
Yeah, and I think that's important for me as an individual. I say to the boys that I'm with them every step of the way in the game, and I really do watch the game and see how it ebbs and flows. Why I've got us do that is because emotional and mental moments that happen in the game, physical moments happen in the game, I want to be in a position where I feel I can help them, and also for tactically in the game as well. So my demeanour is sort of being in the arena at all times and maintaining a focus and a concentration on the game right up until the referee blows that whistle. And there is decisions, there's tactical decisions to be made, there's emotional support and mental support that the players need from me in situations. So I'm always really focused and detailed in the game, because at the split second I challenge myself to be able to communicate with the players and converse with them on the situations that arise at the time. So that's the reason why I'm really detailed and really calm in the approach and watching the game. And I know people say to me that, how have you kept your calm in exciting moments like that? But it's my job, and it's something that I'm committed to the group of players when I'm in that technical area.
Just the last one from me, Darren, before we let you go. Barry Bannon, are you particularly pleased for him? Because it struck me watching him fairly regularly that probably he was playing below his true level. How pleased are you that he's going to be back in the Championship, and a reward really for the loyalty that he's shown to Sheffield Wednesday?
I'm delighted for Baz, and you know what a man he is, and I've been so pleased to have the opportunity to working with him, and when looking at his game and breaking down his game and putting it together in areas, but Baz has been sensational, captain on and off the pitch. He loves the club inside out, and he's been a joy to work with. And I'm so pleased. And not just to break silence on Baz. We had a good chat in the summer, and he said, he was determined to help and lead this club back to the Championship. And I'm pleased for him because on a personal level, he's managed to achieve that as a captain. And I look back at his game, his game's been exceptional. You've seen the goals and assists that he's done for the club over the last 2 seasons. So his sort of reward back to it is by helping the team, but also taking them back up. And he's a proud man, and so he should be.